Yeah, and Ichi, we are live. Um,
Hi.
pretty cool. Pretty cool to have to talk to you from from Perth to tropical nomads just sitting outside. We just
Yes.
had a conversation before we went live already. Yeah, you know, you're sitting outside. It's a bit windy, so if your screen is a bit unclear on my screen, you know, it's with the Wi-Fi, the online communication. That's all good. Um, yeah, well, we were actually just talking about me coming back to Bali. I'm really looking forward to that. Unfortunately, it's not possible at the moment, but I definitely looking forward to having this chat again live, you know, with people from the BIG members, and yeah, like you to come back to Tropical Nomad.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes. Thank you very much for having me on your show today. And yeah, we're looking forward to see you back in Bali. I know that it's probably a little bit cold in Australia. Right now in Bali, it's rainy season starting soon, so it's a little bit windy. And I apologize about the screen and the camera. It's a little bit shaky sometimes because I'm sitting right on the edge of our co-working space in front of a garden so that I can get some of that background. Yeah, but thank you very much. It's really nice to be on your show.
yeah, no worries. Of course, you're one of the big pillars and supporters of the BIP tribe, of course. Since the beginning, Tropical Nomad has been my home base. You know, with all the events Sasha was
Yeah.
organizing. So basically, we are very happy. It wouldn't feel right if I hadn't had you on our show to interview you. You know, the, the,
Hmm.
la-
Yeah.
the last time we spoke was in March at the BIG Inner Circle dinner. Well, it was pretty
Right.
cool. Right after I flew out, and we are now where we are. So what I
Mhm.
always want to start with, there's only always one question I want to start with. So just curious, what was your happiness moment this week?
What's the hectic moment of the week?
Your happiness moment of the week.
Oh, happiness moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, happiness moment of the week. I think um, the happiness moment is the when I actually get to spend time with the our community members in our space. Lucky we are, how lucky that we are in Bali, and that we are actually able to live a very nice time despite COVID time, that we have such still have a beautiful nature, great weather, and so we're being really lucky, and then that we just want to be really thankful that we are all safe and that we are able to go about doing things in Bali until now without any major setbacks. Yeah. So that was my happiness time of this week, talking to our members.
awesome. That's a reoccurring one every week. That's one you can be grateful for.
Yes.
So Ichi, you are one of the co-founders of Tropical Nomads in Canggu, co-working space. So when did you move to Bali?
So I've been living in Bali for about 10 years now, and I've been doing small business. I used to be in the IT industry for about 10 over years, and then I had my health was deteriorating. I needed a change of lifestyle, so I chose to move to Bali and start a small cafe. Just a dream of having like an organic cafe. Wanted to get my hand into a coffee business. That was my dream, and so I came to Bali, pretty much without anything, and just started my life here. So that was 10 years ago, and now I was able to get involved in different small businesses, and those were from cafe to restaurants. We have few of these opened up, and then now I had the opportunity to um, start a co-working space, and so this is 2 years ago that we started Tropical Nomad.
So two years ago you started with so you weren't the first one in Canggu. You are one of the coolest one in Canggu.
Thank
So
you. Yeah.
so what did you what was the reason you started Tropical Nomad?
I think it's because by doing businesses which involve in creating concepts, basically conceptualizing, and then designing, and then building, physical business, brick and mortar, like typically like restaurants and cafes. These are predominantly from the ideas of founders that get together and then have ideas and they create an experience. They try to create memorable, dining experience, basically dining or having cafe, experience. Now, I've done that a few times, and I realized that sometimes it's kind of hit and miss. You sometimes you get it right, and then you have people really raving about your place, and they're loving it, and we are so happy to hear that they are, really this is the best time in their time in the holidays and things like that. But I also realized that sometimes it doesn't work out very well. Some of the assumptions that we made may not be accurate. The experience we thought we were trying to develop couldn't really quite come to reality. Then it's very hard to change because it's essentially it's not an online business that we can make a change quickly. It's something that requires building a building again or renovating or things like that. That it's an awfully difficult experience. So in co-working space, I realized that this is going to be a very interesting one because it's not about us, the founders, creating the experience, but it's a space where everybody gets to create what it should be, how it should be, what makes them, what makes productive, what makes them inspired, and also wanting to inspire others. It's all about community, and it's all about collaboration and camaraderie to some extent. Just trying to create that like a family. Yeah. So I thought that it's very interesting concept. I have to try this. It's going to be two-way thing, and we can continue to improve. Build upon it. Iteratively. So that's why I was really excited about this opportunity.
Yeah, it's all about community. It's all about supporting each other, especially when you are in a foreign country and you want to build your business. You want to be a digital nomad or you want to retire in a different country. It's always good to have your own tribe, your own community. So I also read that in your vision and your mission statement, basically, of Tropical Nomad, that you want to create this community, authenticity, a safe environment for people where they can be themselves and basically thrive with their business.
Yeah, yeah. You summarized it very well. When you're trying to, it's. I think the first question that came out to us when the Corona started is that what is the what is our value to the people that is staying behind in Bali? All of a sudden we realize the space doesn't really mean anything. We could be shut down if there is a case that we detected in our space. We could be shut down anytime. We realize that all of a sudden space does not mean community. We realize that the community is pretty much at loss. They don't know really where to go, what to do, whether they stay in Bali or whether they leave Bali. And we realized that all our business model, all our values that we built before were basically did not apply anymore. It was all about how do we show our leadership as one of a community builder. It was all about how to create a community to support each other. And when there was no information, no clear strategy, the country was still kind of, being in Indonesia, it's very dynamic and there's no quite clear regulation. One of the things that people got really, really confused and many people left Bali was because of the immigration policy, which was not really clear until very last minute. They just gave, notice saying that, yeah, you have to, you will be able to apply for emergency visa, but the emergency visa is limited time, and after that, it's going to be still be charged something like 1 million rupiah per day as a penalty for overstaying, and people really freaked out. And so many people left. but many people decided to stay. And then we were asking ourselves, what should we be doing at this time? And the answer was that, yeah, we have to be meaningful to the community. As being living in here for about 10 years, that I have to be able to share some of the uh, support to people that who are new to Bali. And so we start to have small, events and small gatherings, not trying to create crowded um, events, but just by sharing, mostly about sharing knowledge, sharing, information, trying to support each other, see whether they are all okay. And that's how it went. And yeah, and we here we are. We didn't close during the Corona time, but we are now doing lots of events, mainly live stream, and we're beginning to see that there are great feedback from the communities in Bali that they really, really want to see more of this. So we're very happy that we were able to do that.
Yeah,
And
so basically, you found a way to work with the new normal, basically.
it's
So
trying
yeah,
to
you
do
say okay, you're doing now more live stream events. You say, okay, Top Nomads co-working place. The community is not about the building, it's not about the brick and mortar, it's about the people. And I think that's the same with BIG. Any kind of community that there is, always about the people. The people put in the work, people put in the inspiration, the passion, that all together. That's the foundation of a good community. And
yeah,
it's interesting. You already mentioned that in the beginning. That's also one of the visions of Tropical Nomad, that you want to be that community for the people, and not as the founders basically dictate what it should look like, but really integrate. So I really admire that. It's very nice that you guys have been able to create that.
thank
So,
you.
so what is the and I really am aware of the connection is very bad, but you have been frozen up for a while. I'm not sure if people on the live stream can see you, cannot see us clearly, but it's very bad connection. Um, so how is Tropical Nomad not only dealing with the normal, that yeah, you already mentioned about that, but how do you see the future of co-working spaces? Because this is gonna this is an ongoing journey. The way it was isn't gonna be anymore. What changes and what do you think the future holds for co-working and these kind of communities?
I think co-working as a business model, the traditional business model, is quite dead. Basically, that's because the whole model of where you build shared office in the city centers, very accessible for your office and your clients. But I think that model is pretty much dead as of now. The properties, people aren't really crowding into the office anymore, and they all choosing to work from home, right? So, however, there are interesting phenomenon that's emerging since the last 5 years or so. Is this there are few places in the world that they're emerging to be a co-working hub, basically for digital nomads, digital hub. Sorry. And then those are places where we feel that co-working space do make sense because co-working space becomes like a hub of where people could actually exchange information, find uh, local information, connections, and also make a new friendship as you move to a new location. So we feel that like places like Bali is really emerging as one of the very unique location in the world that it may actually thrive in the post-COVID as people are beginning to be remote workers and there are more companies allowing that flexibility. I think the only challenge is the time zone, but I think many people choose to live in a place where there is a better quality of life and the lower cost of living. And the lifestyle basically that Bali offers is I have to say it's very attractive, and I think it's Bali is really set to be in a good position to actually help those remote workers as well as digital nomads to really move and and start to be truly global. And what I feel is that it's not about the space anymore. It's all about the community. It's
I
whether
agree.
we can actually help them to be able to still be plugged into a community in worldwide and yet be able to provide infrastructure that they need, such as internet connections, the stable power, and of course, the people-to-people connection, and of course, the BIG tribe, BIG, events are always been like very much the center right now in Bali, center in Canggu that everybody go there, to talk about and get together and then exchange information and things like that. And then we feel that these are the ways that we can really connect and help the digital nomads that's really coming to Bali. We're ready to help them to get settled. And I think you have the community, BIG, you have the community that reaches out more than the digital nomad community. And we're in a great position to be able to have give them the experience of the lifetime.
Yeah, totally agree, and I don't think that that's also the core. So that is in line with the core values of the BIG. Being a sharing first community where experts also help other entrepreneurs and startups to achieve their goals and their dreams by helping each other and supporting. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And I completely agree. I think Bali is the right place, and it's gonna become more interesting for not only digital nomads but also for the entrepreneurs who are working for businesses because they are allowed to work more remotely. And
Yeah.
same with me, I work as well for companies in Netherlands, and I can do it remotely. And that you will, thanks to COVID, there will be more companies will move into that remote work option because they're just shutting down their offices, and they also realize maybe it's cheaper to shut down our office and have people work from home.
Yes. So it's like I think it's more and more people are realize that working for startup, in the global team. So we have few US specialists residing in Bali, and they just work out of this co-working space, and they come in like doing calls starting from 8 p.m. Obviously, like European timing, and then we are open 24 hours, so they are able to kind of continue with their meetings and until they've done with it, and they obviously go home. But it's very interesting that how the COVID actually accelerated this whole movement, so that we can all be location agnostic and be able to work from anywhere. Yeah, it's amazing. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And what are you passionate about yourself?
What is my sorry? Your question
What is your
was
passion? Because I
my
read about
passion.
you. You love to be a super connector for all like-minded entrepreneurs. What drives you?
So I think that's my passion is really about trying to use this as a platform to connect more people. I think in this new era, community provides a great opportunity for collaboration, and it is not something that we can do everything by ourselves anymore. Any business requires multiple different specialists to create the right solution, create the right value for the customer. So collaboration is the key, I feel. And to do that, we need to start being able to connect different talented people to another group of people. Bali is full of wealth of those talented people. It's amazing that as even now during this COVID time, there's so many people that still choosing to live in Bali, and they really have the skill set's amazing. They are specialists in their own rights, in their own domain, and they're here. Only thing is that we're not doing enough connections, because otherwise we will see that there will be more and more startups and more businesses will be created from this. So I feel that it's we will be getting there slowly by connecting piece by piece. It's a jigsaw puzzle, of many talented people. Once we put that together, I think it's going to be a very amazing startup hub that could be in one of the major one in the world. So my vision is that to facilitate that and to be able to um, also find new business opportunities and then find the right communities where you can support and grow that. Yeah, it's really exciting. And hopefully there are more and more people that will collaborate with us to make that happen in reality.
Yeah, totally. What is I want to know something. I read something in your flyer about sustainable co-working. What is your
Yeah.
take on that?
So sustainable co-working is our core philosophy of how we should build our co-working spaces in Bali. Bali itself has suffered over tourism in the last few years, and the Canggu and the famous Canggu shortcut, which is just in front of me, is a one of the proof that its Bali is just unable to cope with the amount of tourism and the tourists coming into the city. So what we are trying to do is that rather than just trying to cope with a problem in the short term, we want to have a more mid to long term vision. Um, First of all, in terms of what we do is that we are trying to minimize the pollution problem in Bali. And to do that, we are actually creating our own natural household chemical products that we need to clean and make our clothing space hygienic, such as dishwashing liquid, hand soap, floor cleaners. We are actually producing it ourselves using sustainable materials. So by using our products, our branding is Nomad Essentials. We are able to reduce the amount of pollution that goes into our water system. So that's one of the things that we're trying to do. Another thing is we are also trying to reduce our electricity power consumption, which in Indonesia is mainly generated by the coal based generators. So they're just burning out lots of coals and CO2s are being produced. And to reduce that, we use the solar panels to reduce our peak power needs, especially in the hot days. The sun is strong and the outside temperature is high. We need a lot of air conditioning to really keep ourselves productive in the space. So we have air conditioned rooms and we have also the open space inside the building. So what we do is that we use in solar panel, we can actually offset most of the air conditioning power needs during those hot days. So we produce almost 10,000 watts in those sunny days, and they do actually help a lot to save our electricity bills. So that's another way of to really make our space very sustainable.
Nice, yes. I think it's very important, especially in Bali, like you already said. And I know you are on the Tango short cut there, so that's definitely one of the parts that shows how Bali was struggling with all the tourism. I'm not sure how it is now with no tourism, but when everything goes
Likewise.
back to normal, it's gonna be horrible. And I live in Ubud, and it's the same there. It's thing. I didn't go into traffic out of the house between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Because there's no way you can't cut through. You couldn't get through town normally. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome to hear what you guys trying to do. I appreciate it. I think it's and I see it more and more. So it's amazing that how we all try to change Bali for the better. So
Yes.
what is any last um, thoughts you want to share with people watching this?
I think I would just like to just say that Bali is really ready to have more digital nomads now, and we are ready to open. I feel that there are, of course, this is a controversial topic. However, I feel that there are begin to have more safety measures in the country. And even in our co-working space, we are trying to create that more strict and more but safe practices. That's sufficient for to keep the safety. So yes, please do come back as and whenever that's possible for, for you. And we're waiting for you guys. And an active community, and we have a great time. And let's try to adapt to this new normal. And yeah, we will have a great time.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to come back myself, and I think everybody should come back. Where can we find you guys in Chengdu?
We are on the Changi shortcut between the Brawa Beach and the Batabolong Beach. So um, it's one of very convenient location. So you'll find us right there in this building at the back. This way, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you for this chat. I'm looking forward to chat more. I'm looking forward to come back myself. And yeah, it's awesome what you guys are doing.
It's my it's my pleasure and thank you, my honor to get to come onto your show. Thank you very much for your time today, and yeah, hope to see you soon.